Well, this is the new year. This is the new year. We're back. We're back with our usual sessions with Alex from Kenya. Alex, thank you very much for being here with us. A trusted and, may I say, only partner in the African territory. You take it away. How are you been doing? How is the new year unfolding for you?
Oh, the new year, happy new year to our viewers. The new year is unfolding with a lot of hope, a lot of promise. There is usually a lot of optimism in the new year, and we are
Exactly,
hoping
as it
we are
should.
going to, yeah, we're going to share the same optimism, the same promise for stellar services to all our clients, and we wish bigger and better things for all our clients. It's going to be a
Absolutely.
prosperous new year.
Absolutely, as it should be. And one of the
Yes.
reasons why we like working with you and, of course, in this wonderful territory that is Africa, and of course, in particular, Kenya, is that we have a growing number of questions, of requests from our clients. And one that I have brought here today, of course, with your kind permission, was to discuss briefly, sort of moving away rather from what we always talk about, which is perhaps the business and the company side of things. In this case, we're going to focus on something that is rather more personal and can be a little more serious, which is the possibility of encountering criminal charges in Kenya, of being charged with, well, with whatever in the territory, and how having good, proper counsel makes a difference. What are the dangers that you have when you perhaps reach out to a firm that works based on price rather than quality? And this is, I think, one of the main things that we always talk about, is trying to highlight the importance of having a good quality service, that we put our clients first, and explain why this has certain costs attached to it, rather than what you would see anywhere else, perhaps online. You get tempted by a low fee and you go there. But alas, things happen. So what may happen, Alex, when someone that's subject to perhaps criminal charges or civil charges in Kenya, a foreigner in this case, is faced with the judicial system there, with the authorities, and has no proper representation? What is your view on this?
Well, the first of all is extremely dangerous when, as a litigant or like any person, when you encounter poor quality of anything,
Yeah.
be it legal services, products, or whatever services you procure. Quality is king, and in the legal justice system is a bit different from any other spheres of the economy.
Mm.
Unlike going to a shop and buying a piece of equipment, let's say a phone, that's a product that you're going to carry. There is an independent way of ascertaining the quality of what you're using, and whatever product you're getting is impersonal and is very temporary. For
Mm.
instance, if you come to the country, you hire a taxi, you'll just get in and they take you to the destination, that's over. But legal services really affect the life of someone. You have come, you found yourself in a foreign country, you're not very familiar with the laws, you're not very familiar with the culture and with the system of doing things. So you're completely new. So there will be people who will take advantage of you, and the chances of you making a mistake are very high. They are exceptionally high. So it is fundamental that you get legal advice,
Mhm.
and quality legal advice to help save you from those many pitfalls.
Absolutely.
Yes, and probably the next question someone would ask is, how do you do that?
How do you do it, Alex?
How do you do that? Because everyone will toot their horn, will tell you we are the best, we offer the best services. How do you tell that this is the best, and they are not just advertising themselves?
Sure.
Well, how do you go about that in a foreign country?
Exactly.
I don't, yeah, that is the biggest question.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yes, and If I was to answer it, the answer is in what our two firms are doing.
Absolutely.
Whereby if you're from Italy, you don't have to leave your Italian law firm and come and start shopping for a Kenyan law firm, because legal services are very personal in nature.
Yeah.
I usually say, other than a doctor, the most personal relationship you can have is with your advocate. In fact, I guess I tend to believe it's more personal than that relationship you have with your doctor.
I
So
completely agree. Yeah.
it's a very sensitive relationship. So the biggest advice is, don't go looking for new relationships,
Exactly.
because you have your own relationship with your physical advocate in Italy. Instruct them, and when you instruct them, you have directly instructed their agents in the foreign country, for instance, in Kenya. And your advocate in Italy will better understand the legal systems in that foreign country and will have a better way of instructing the rest of us outside Italy. That is the best advice.
Absolutely.
And there are nuances that a lay person will not understand, but a lawyer like yourself is going to understand when they are instructing me.
Sure.
And what I usually tell clients is that as much as the legal system is different, the the legal principles in terms of justice and legality are universal.
Yes.
And every lawyer will understand those universal principles of law and justice. And if you instruct quality in Italy, of course you will get quality in Kenya and in Africa.
Absolutely. I love this point of view because you do bring up the idea of the synergies that we have, we always try to build. And there are some, obvious technical questions that, clients may have, which is understandably so. Sometimes maybe we have ways of doing things in Italy that they don't translate to how we do things in Kenya. And it is there that the synergy grows and we're able to bring added value to clients. I'm just thinking about it perhaps in broader terms, because you did very briefly mention the idea of, having very high possibilities of exposing yourself, or very high risks when you work with a firm that is not perhaps ideal. Would you perhaps be able to think of just one or two of these main risks of, collaborating with the wrong person in Kenya or indeed anywhere else, but we're just talking about us in particular? To me, what comes to mind, and I go first, is when we have clients reaching out to us, they think about trying to spend less money, trying to, shop around. They do a bit of tire kicking. What they don't usually understand is what you said very well before, the idea of a supermarket. You're not a shop where you can get Coca-Cola and then something cola and another cola, and they're all more or less the same. Yes, of course, the flavor is different, but it's not going to kill you, right? Whereas here, choosing the wrong partner can, again, as you said, have very strong implications in your life, in the outcomes that you have.